15112, an introductory programming and computer science course at Carnegie Mellon University. 112 has gained a reputation for being an integral part of the CMU experience. Some students cite how they've never had to work so hard in their lives until 112. Others cite the intense amount of learning they've gained from the course, not just in programming, but in life. While this class may seem daunting, I am here to tell you how to not just survive, but thrive in 112. Based off mine and my friends' experiences in this course, we have designed a set of insider tips to prepare and help you manage the course to the best of your abilities. If you haven't taken the course before, let me tell you what you can expect. First, expect to do at least 12 hours of outside work each week. That's almost equivalent of binging one season of Game of Thrones, or flying from America to Asia, or making a lot of ramen, 240 bowls of them to be exact, assuming you consistently cook one ramen at a time at a steady pace of 3 minutes per ramen. Second, expect some late nights doing homework. Well, that might depend on how much you procrastinate. Third, there are lectures and recitations. Lectures are 90 minutes of a teacher talking about topics, while recitations are days where TAs introduce problems taught in class and teach you how to solve them. Next, a term project, or TP, at the end of the semester. You'll have about 5 weeks to design your own program and implement it. On the back end, the code should not be algorithmically trivial, which is a fancy way of saying it should be somewhat complicated. While this is less important, the program should also have a decent interface and look good. Expect to devote many hours of work to this project. Finally, if I haven't said this enough, a lot of coding. Now, if you're currently taking 112, you might be encountering problems both technically and emotionally. We're here to address some common problems students encounter and give you practical tips. First, engage in good stylistic programming practices. This means laying out your solution on a whiteboard or a separate piece of paper. Writing out what steps you need to take will be helpful. Also, have well-named variables to ensure readability. And don't forget to add white spaces and comments. And finally, debug with print statements. This will help you show where your program is crashing. Next, for many, we understand TP can be hard. But first, understand that installing modules can be difficult, so start early. But more importantly, do something you're passionate about. Don't just choose a complicated module because it's harder to use and its higher learning curve might earn you a higher grade. And it's completely okay to use tk-enter, the standard Python library. Plenty of students have earned A's using tk-enter. Third, you might say, coding is hard. Well, it can be. And that's why you should ask your friends and classmates for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. And don't worry about bothering them. In fact, your friends will want you to succeed. It's going to stress your friend out more that you're not happy and having a lot of problems instead. Another solution is to go to office hours, but don't just go and dump your code at your TAs. And don't just take it from me. Here's some advice from previous 112 TAs.
Have relevant parts of your code ready by commenting everything out nicely and telling us where your specific problems are. That'll help both you and me save time because I'll spend less time trying to search through your code and understanding what you did. Also, if you don't understand something, please tell us so that we can explain it to you and it'll help us help you better.
Next, you might be saying, everyone takes less time than me to finish homework or tests. Well, it's good to understand that at CMU, many of our peers have had previous programming experience. Also, as a student, it's okay not to know things and be less skilled in a subject. In fact, if you knew everything, you'd probably be working at Google right now with a 6-figure salary. And finally, measuring yourself against others is an unfair comparison simply because we all have different academic experiences that have shaped us. Instead, measure against your previous self and always strive to improve. Finally, you might be saying, no matter how hard I work, I'm not getting the grade I deserve. 112 is one of those classes where it's more important to focus on the learning rather than the grade. This class will bolster how you think and how you approach problems, something more valuable than grades will ever provide. And if your grade doesn't turn out well, know that you are smart. You got into CMU. You made it into a highly competitive school and one of the highest ranked universities in the nation, which also boasts some of the top technology and CS programs. The work and struggles of this course is just a small building block of the success you'll have in the future. Now what are you doing watching this video? Load up your favorite code editor, get a small snack to give you some extra energy, and start thriving at 112.